Yeah, Tom, I don't understand. Like you seem like a good father, you seem like a good guy. Your fucking face is, I mean, I love you, man. Like everybody that I know loves you. Like everybody loves you. Why the fuck does Roseanne hate you?
Roseanne. Dude, I have 4 ex-wives, and she's not even my worst. So, uh, I know you know what I think? Yeah, this is between us. Are you guys brothers, by the way? Are you
Uh,
brothers?
No.
Okay.
nah,
Just
my blood.
that's basically, yeah,
Well,
not my blood, but that's family there.
here's the thing, and I think this is true, and it's a guy thing. I think there's such a fine line between love and hate, you know, that that if you break up with somebody and they regret it or they want, they didn't want to break up or whatever, they, they're still so emotionally attached to some emotion, some feeling, and it's if they can't face the fact they love me, then they have to hate me. That might be my bullshit, but
You're
I
such
also
a good guy.
don't. People are like, "Are you and Roseanne still friends?" And I'm like, "No, we're not fucking friends. If we could be friends, we'd be married." You don't have to be. I have buddies that are like, "I'm still best friend with my ex-wife." I'm like, "Yeah," and they got a new wife. I go, "That's some bullshit. That is shady. Men are shady. They can say, oh yeah, it's good, but in the back of our mind, there's shit going on. How do we get this shit down again?" And then we romanticize what it was like when we were together. Or men will say this: "She's crazy. She tried to burn my house down, but the sex was great." That's a dumbass bad thing to say.
Right. You're right. Right. Shouts out Rachel.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
Give me a good or really bad story about being married. Because I'm married.
you're married.
and me
Yeah,
too.
I'm married.
You're both married. Well, it's
Yeah.
marriage is the best game in town. It really is, and you get in a situation, you get the right person, someone that's mature, someone that likes you. They and not all the time. As long as they love you, as long as they have your back, they can shit on you. They can call. There can be days when they do not want to be around you. They do not find you charming. They do not find you funny, and that's normal. And you, my grandparents were each couple married 65 fucking years, guys.
Wow.
65
God
years.
bless.
They had
God
Jeez.
bless.
separate bedrooms. I don't know what the magic was, except they just kept going. They just kept, they. And I think if you think of your marriage also like a business, and you say, well, there's a lot of love here, but there's also business. Like we're all this stuff we're doing together. We're building this or building that, and do I really want that to go away? Now, sometimes you can't control it because they do something horrible, or they really want you to. They want something else. People change and whatever, but I think you got to keep your side of the street clean. Number one, don't do any, the bullshit. Whatever. And it's easy to do bullshit when you're a man. It's easy to get other things going, other people, bring other people to the relationship, do all that shit. But you just have to think, well, how boy, if this ended, this is all my shit. And you also would think if you did something wrong, I never put myself 100% into this marriage because I was always had this other thing going on, or this other bullshit, or drugs, or girl, or whatever. So you feel guilty forever because you're like, I did not. And if you get divorced, it affects everybody. It affects
Right.
if you have kids, it affects families, friends. It's weird for everyone. And so, I mean, it's necessary sometimes, but you just stick in there and be honest. And if things get a little, as they do, you get a little separated, a little. What I always tell people, because the thing about sex, people make a big is that it's true because
Awesome.
it's great because it's always awesome. I've never had a fight.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bad experience in my all 65 years. But 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 I think that what happens is people get together, people start working. You're working here, she's working there. You're doing this, you got kids. You go and that you that physical stuff that's so important to intimacy that goes. That's not number one thing. And what happens is you start resenting each other. You're like, I wonder what she's doing when she's at work. I wonder why doesn't he like me? He doesn't find me attractive. He's an asshole. as you get farther away, what I tell people is you just got to break, you got to come home. It's not, by now you build it up to be, a romantic thing. There should be roses, whatever. You just got to both go, let's bust a slump. Let's fucking do something, man. It's not gonna be perfect. We'll do better next time. Let's
Yeah,
bust.
that's
It's
right.
the only person in the world you get to do that with.
Mm.
Let's
Right.
bust us up, and then we'll stop hating each other, and then we'll work on maybe doing this more often in a more romantic way. But that seems to work.
Okay. Cool.